So we got a busy day at Bonika Shears today. I'm doing some training, but I had some International Scissor Sharpeners Association certification coming in. That's a lot of words. What I do is I look at shears that people have sharpened, that I've damaged, and it's a convex and a bevel. And the convex is supposed to be a convex, the bevel a bevel, and they're both supposed to cut. Simple as that. Behind me, I have two people that are training and practicing back there. There's Alex, wave Alex, and then over here is Kelly. And Kelly did the certification yesterday, and we'll look at his shears. He passed. I didn't videotape me looking at him, but was it a challenge for you back there? Was it?
Yes, it was a good challenge.
Yeah, yeah. And he ended up going over the convex one twice. I will send these shears back. Now, fortunately, he's here, so I just, he knew they weren't passing, so I didn't even have to look at them and hand them back to him. But if you send them to me, I will send them back to you as often as you'll pay postage and for you to resharpen them. And once in a while, I get some in that the only thing I can do is just send you a new pair to start over. These, I like to go back and look at the original video of what I saw, because it helps me. Now this one here, I would have opened it up and said, oh, it doesn't look good inside, but I realized before it didn't. So the main thing I'm looking for, and I watched the YouTube video back, and I'll put the link here at the end, so if you can watch the original, what I saw originally. The main problem is that they weren't a true convex. They were a bevel. So we wanted them to be a true convex. And I let Alex look at them a minute ago, and he said, oh yeah, these are convex. You want to look at them? Okay, he saw a little bit of bevel. Alex said it was a true convex. I think it's close enough.
Yeah,
it's close enough to pass.
Yeah, I'm looking at it again, yeah.
Here, you want to...
Need better eyes.
Now remember, this sits on here, and then you bring the two up to your eye.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think it passes.
Yeah.
So if this cuts, this one will pass. And this is number 317354. Each one of them has a number. Now, I don't know if I explained to you what this International Scissor Sharpeners Association is all about. I've explained it once, but my microphone wasn't on, and now I'm shooting this again. So the International Scissor Sharpeners Association, this is a lifetime membership card. You get this whether you pass the certification or not. But if you pass the certification, you get a nice certificate we send you. And you get the knowledge to know that you passed. Now, this was dreamed up a number of years ago by a gentleman from Cyprus that was here training. And he said, in my country, I need more credentials going back. When people get trained with Bonika Shears for shear sharpening, like these two guys, they get a certificate that they're shear technicians and that they've been certified by us. But sometimes it's nice to have some more credentials. And this is one. I'll damage a convex edge, I'll damage a bevel, send it out, and then you sharpen the convex as a convex and the bevel as a bevel. But the trick is on this convex one, it comes with a little micro bevel that you're supposed to get out. So that's the challenge on it. And they'll have some nicks on it, but not anything, you don't have to bend the blade or anything crazy. So these pass as far as looking right. This one passes. Let's see how they cut. And then I've got another one that just came in that we're going to look at that's I've never looked at before. So what am I going to test them with? I test them with wet tissue and with hair. I'm going to test this with a wet tissue. This is the single ply toilet tissue. And when I cut through here, I'm going to pull out my thumb and the least pressure possible, close them. And that cut fine. I'm going to cut with the beveled edge. It cuts fine. Double checking that. Might have been a little pull, but not enough to worry about. Now let's see how it cuts hair. Now here's my mannequin, and she's pretty well bald, a lot of alopecia problems, so I've given her a wig. This is synthetic hair, it's not real hair. If we have trouble with it cutting on this, we might have to switch to some real human hair, but this is pretty close to it. So I'm testing the bevel edge shears now. I'm going to pull my thumb out, cut gently, and it cuts nice and crisp and clean. Let's double check the tip. This tip was a little pointy. I think I would have rounded it off. And it's got a nice crisp cut at the tip. This is the convex edge, and it can slide cut. There's a slight push, but pretty much I would say this passes. This is good. This cutting is good. So number 317354, I think you have passed. It feels sharp, and the tip's a little pointy. I would have rounded off, but it looks good. So now we're on number 317506. There's a written test that comes in, and all the answers are correct. I've got some other videos that show exactly what the answers are. No one fails because they've failed the test because I give you the correct answers. But it helps me know if you don't pass, why maybe you didn't pass. So let's take a look at his shears. So this person had a disadvantage because I guess we were out of beveled edge shears, and so we sent him a beveled edge cheap Pakistan scissor. So if he can make this cut, he's he's done really well, exceptionally well. We have some like the other ones now for you, and that's exactly what Kelly was using. But this was a Pakistan scissor, so if it cuts. So I'm going to take the little ribbons off, and let's check it out. He's actually put a nice ride line on there, because this type of shear would have a ride line. Typically the beveled edge scissors we send out, it's just pull up a burr and cut it off. But these do have a ride line. The tip's a little more pointy than I'd like to see. But it is beveled. It may look convex in this video, but it is a beveled edge. And that's done correctly. So let's see how it cuts. Pulling my thumb out, least pressure possible. Cuts dry tissue. Let's see how it cuts wet. It doesn't cut wet great, but because these are really low quality scissors, I'm not going to worry about it. So let's see how these will cut hair. This is the bevel edge scissor, and they didn't cut the wet tissue, but they seem to cut hair fine. Now, convex means that the blade curves to nothing. It's not a flat, blunt edge like you would see on a sewing scissor, paper cutting scissor. It's convex shape, and this one looks like a really nice convex shape. I'm going to go in it with my magnifier, my Magna wand, and look at it closer, but that looks really nice. And I think you can see how that just rotates to nothing. One of the nicest convex edges I've seen. Ride line looks nice. Let you look at the ride line. So far, I'm very impressed with the way these shears look. They're shiny, nice looking ride line, true convex. If they cut, these pass. So let's see how they cut. Oh, that tip's a little rough. Always don't forget about the tip. See, if they're cutting palm to palm, let's say they're going around the neck, it's going to scratch their customer. So always be sure and round off those tips. So I'm pulling my thumb out, dry tissue, cuts good. Let's try wet. Might need to get another piece of paper here. There we go. This is that really cheap toilet tissue, single ply. Single ply will catch things the regular toilet tissue won't. So I'm pulling my thumb out, least pressure possible. And, ooh, that's a little pull. Let's see. Oh, no pull that time. Let me try it again. No pull. So I'm going to say it passes the wet tissue. Now, wet tissue, remember, is only telling you if all the burrs or nicks are gone. This is going to tell you how sharp it is and if it pushes hair. Ooh, look how sharp that is. How nice and crisp that cut. That's a nice sharp edge. That's impressive. Nice feel to it. Let's see how it would slide cut. So slide cutting is something hairstylists will tend to do, and you got to have a nice sharp smooth edge to do this. So I'm going to cut a big blunt cut here. No push, nice cut. And this person did such a great job, I'm going to reveal their name. And their name is Chris Goddard from Lincolnton, North Carolina. So good job, good job. I rarely reveal the names of the people that send in their certification, but this time this person did really nice. So what's your thoughts about the International Scissor Sharpeners Association? Is this ISSA certification, is it a walk in the park, or is it a little more difficult? Let's see what you can do. If you want to be certified, if you want to join the ISSA, it's for those that are certified. It's more than just a piece of paper. It's more than just an ID card. So links below is going to tell you how to be a part of the ISSA and also to get your swag and your merchandise. If you're ready to take your sharpening skills to the next level, I've got you covered, whether it's a certification or upgrading your equipment or getting some more sharpening training. That's what we're about. So call the red-headed sharpening lady, Bonnie at Bonika Shears. And remember, stay sharp, my friends.